In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 levels of fingerstyle guitar playing. Jim Ferris here, sharing my love of fingerstyle guitar and helping you grow as a player. Before we get into it, I want to thank everybody that's liked or shared a video, subscribed to my channel, put a tip in the tip jar, or bought merch from me. Your support really helps, and I thank you for it. Okay. Now, when I say 3 levels, I'm really talking about 3 subsets of playing. And while some do require more theoretical knowledge and that sort of thing than others, I think they're all equally valid depending on what your needs are. Level 1 is going to be people who are primarily vocalists, and they want to learn a little bit of finger picking to add variety to their performances, or maybe they've learned a song that in the original there was a finger picking pattern, or it was a full band song, but because they're doing it as by themselves, they want to add something that gives a little more variety to the song. And the benefits of this is because it is pattern-based, people will begin to develop coordination in their picking hand and in their coordinating their hands together as far as changing chords and what their right hand's doing while they're changing chords and that sort of thing. It's also a great gateway drug to learning how to play in instrumental pieces. You can, for an example, let's take this old song, You Are My Sunshine. I'm from Louisiana, and it's a state song, and I think most people know it, or have heard it, so we're all familiar with it. You can just strum it. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. And then you come to the little instrumental part you want to put in. Pretty boring, right? Or you could put in a fingerstyle pattern. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. Make me happy when skies are gray, and then maybe throw in a little instrumental part. So I think it makes it a little more interesting for the person playing the song and for people listening to it. So that's level 1, which prepares you for level 2 if you want to go there. And level 2 is learning set arrangements of songs to be played as an instrumental piece. If you're familiar with an old-time gospel ragtime player named Reverend Gary Davis, who was very influential on folk musicians in the 60s, 1960s, and that sort of thing, he called these party pieces because it's a kind of little flashy little song that you might play at a party, that sort of thing. I tend to think of anything that's got a set arrangement as falling into this category. And that's classical pieces, instrumental pieces like Cannonball Rag or Windy and Warm, those kinds of things. Because it's a set arrangement, and you may vary a little bit in tempo and that sort of thing, but because it's written as a guitar piece, it's kind of got to be played the way it was written to have it come out right. And a lot of people will spend all their playing time at this level once they've got some basic skills down. And it's good. I think it's the ways that it strengthens you as a player. It's is primarily in seeing how people write and arrange songs. And once you have it memorized, you're then focused on execution. So I think it is good for helping build your technique. The tone that you're producing by the way you're touching the strings, the tempos, volume, all those things that go into making an interesting sounding guitar piece are built and strengthened in level 2. And that, of course, helps prepare you for level 3, which is having the techniques and the familiarity with the fingerboard and knowledge of how music works so ingrained into yourself that you don't have to play set arrangements. You can say, know the melody, know the type of chords that are going to support that melody, where they fall in the scale, diatonic chords in the scale. And then you can kind of mix and match these techniques and harmonizations and all that sort of thing on the fly. And I think it's a very liberating way of playing. Great examples of this would be somebody like Martin Taylor, Tommy Emmanuel. Of course, it has his set pieces that he plays, but there's some improvisation in them. And if you've ever seen him play with other musicians, you know his improvisational skills are just really off the chart. And another great example of this is Ted Green, that wrote all the chord, the educational stuff, chord chemistry, modern chord progressions, and all that. As I said earlier, I think each of these levels is valid, depending on what your needs are. But there are some things in common on how to develop your abilities in each level, enough to advance to the next level if that's what you want to do. For starters, you need to know what you want to achieve. If you want to primarily be accompanying yourself with a few little instrumental breaks, you need to know that that's what you want to do. And then you kind of back engineer, figure out how to get up to it, to that level. You need to commit yourself to a regular practice schedule. That's how you acquire knowledge and build physical abilities. You have to be patient with yourself and able to criticize or critique yourself, evaluate what you're doing in case you need to adjust what you're doing to reach your goals. And I think the best way, well, probably the most crucial thing, is to follow an organized method of learning. Having YouTube is a great thing, and I'm a huge YouTube fan, both in creating videos and in consuming videos. But I don't think it's the best way to learn something like this. There are a ton of people putting out nuggets of great information. Well, I say great, some of it can be misleading, but a lot of it's great. But that would be akin to somebody in the second grade being presented with middle school information. They're just not there yet. They haven't done the steps that are required between where they are as a little kid in the second grade and a teenager in the middle school. So their steps or knowledge that has to be built on to get to the next level. And I think that this learning to play the guitar project's like that. That's why I've decided to do a series of videos that are lessons based on this book. I've found this to be a very good instructional book for learning fingerstyle guitar. And I'll put a link to this in the video so you can grab it. But what I'm going to be doing basically is taking a chapter of the book and doing a lesson on it. If you decide to participate in this, you get a copy of the book, and then I think they're 10 or 12 bucks, they're not expensive. And you'll have something to work on in your daily practice. And in my videos, what I want to do is try to share any insights or knowledge that I've had based on my many years of playing and teaching to help you more quickly advance. And that way you'll be able to go from video to video, chapter to chapter in the book, and make consistent progress. So if that's an appealing idea to you, grab the book, and we'll be starting those videos in the very near future. Okay? So I think that's it. I'd love to know what level you consider yourself to be at, what level that you'd like to be at, and what steps you're taking to get to where you want to be. Okay? So until next time, keep picking.